Okay, so here's an opinion video. I'm trying to figure out how or where common sense has gone because I am baffled about how the anti-gunners think or lack thereof, the restrictions that they're putting on firearms, the laws that they're trying to put in place against firearms, how quick they are to call everything an assault rifle. California with their laws are baffling me on how they're putting restrictions on guns that have been around for a long time that have never been used in any sort of crime whatsoever. So in the news as of today, there was an incident that happened in the Washington Navy Yard, and I guess 10, 11, or 12 people got killed, and a couple threats, and of course they said it was an assault rifle and a shotgun and a pistol, and the assault rifle is getting a seriously a bad rap. You don't hear the news talking about the military overseas that are using assault rifles to neutralize the enemy. And what you don't I don't understand. I don't understand how the anti-gunners are thinking that if they disarm all the legal gun owners or put such huge restrictions that the gun owners can only have a 5-round magazine. It's a magazine, by the way. It's a magazine. It's not a clip. Unless you're firing an M1, it's a magazine. It's a magazine. I'm probably going to say that 100 more times till I get the point across that it's a magazine. It's not a clip. So, with that, did I say it was a magazine? It's a magazine, not a clip. So, the baffling part is that you've got all these politicians that are up there that are jumping on the bandwagon to disarm and put big restrictions on gun owners. So, what? So we're a weaker nation, so that way we can't defend ourselves in the event something bad happens, like, I don't know, somebody else trying to take control of the country, which I wonder if that's ever happened before. Wait, that's right. Wasn't there something to do with the British back in the day? Yeah, okay. So that being said, having the constitutional right to own firearms and to be a responsible gun owner, case in point, I am a responsible gun owner. My guns have not committed any crimes. They're still locked up, and they're actually content being locked up. They have no desire to go out there. I don't have a bad seed firearm that grew up on the wrong side of the gun case and wants to go out and create havoc out in town. It doesn't happen like that. It's the people out there that have no regard for the law, that aren't even getting their firearms legally, and they're always going to be around. You know, they made drugs illegal, and yet you can pretty much go anywhere and get drugs if you wanted them. So that's been an ongoing fight, and yet it's still not stopping the cartels from bringing drugs into the United States. So with that being said, think about that the next time you vote. Know what your party stands for, because if you disarm all the legal gun owners and make it impossible for them to get ammunition and firearms, who's going to protect you when something bad does happen? Because I got to tell you, if you're my neighbor and you're totally anti-gun, I'll have plenty of stuff to defend my home and my family. Not quite sure if I'm going to have enough to defend yours. So, well, who are you going to rely on then? What are you going to rely on? You're going to call the police? Yeah, the police. Since they don't follow you around everywhere you go, because if they are, you probably did something illegal, so you're probably going to go to jail anyway. But mere fact that the restrictions that are put on firearms, for whatever reason, are definitely showing you the worth of those that are being voted into office. Because if they're willing to take away your constitutional rights, which, by the way, their bodyguards are still carrying firearms. So it's okay for them to be protected by firearms, but it's not okay for you to carry in certain states. Or New York with their, you can't have any capacity in the magazine, not clip, of more than 7 bullets. More than 7 rounds in a magazine is considered against the law now. Well, I don't quite understand the mentality of that. It takes 1 bullet to do something bad. 7 is going to stop somebody from doing bad, or it's just going to make them reload more. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You could have a revolver out there that can do bad things. You can have somebody with a revolver. Obviously not the revolver, because as I said before, it's an inanimate object that is not going to do anything bad unless the person makes that bad stuff happen. So, with that, have a little common sense. Remind people not to take stupid pills, because it's quite evident that somebody's been overdosing on that with all the laws and rules and regulations that they're trying to pass regarding gun control. Remember, it's called your Second Amendment rights. It's not your Second Amendment possibilities. It's not the Second Amendment options. It's your Second Amendment rights. It is your right to carry. But with that, be smart about carrying. Don't think you already know everything there is to know about firearms just because you know how one works. Doesn't mean you can shoot it well, and doesn't mean you can be safe with it. So go seek instruction. Go get the education behind it and be a responsible gun owner. Because if not, you become another unsafe yahoo out there with a gun who is using that to make them think they're 8 feet tall. You're not 8 feet tall. And if you are, good luck trying to find clothes. So, that being said, as always, be safe, guys, and practice, practice, practice.